What's up, Gooners? Arsenal could lose a £60 million man as José Mourinho approves a Real Madrid approach. Meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano reveals Arsenal have made calls about signing a World Cup winning defender. We've made a £5 million loan offer for a right-back Tottenham have tracked for years. And Arsenal's latest £51 million target apparently makes zero sense. All that and much more coming up right now. But first, click the subscribe button because we bring you Arsenal news every single day and you don't want to miss out, right? So subscribe right now. And without further delay, let's get into today's top stories. Gooners, José Mourinho is back on the biggest stage possible at Real Madrid, and it could now have implications for Arsenal. Mourinho looks to have got his way in terms of keeping hold of Vinicius Jr., and now he's looking to improve the Madrid squad further. In that pursuit, it appears to have led him and Madrid's recruitment team to Arsenal, and in particular, a player Arsenal paid £60 million for just a year ago. Here's what Team Talk are reporting about Zubimendi, and this is absolutely critical. With the signing of Bruno Guimaraes this summer and the emergence of Miles Lewis-Skelly in midfield, there have been question marks over the future of Martin Zubimendi. Zubimendi played a key role through last season, but in the eyes of some Arsenal fans, he didn't quite hit the heights they expected. Now, Team Talk are reporting that Zubimendi could be offered a route out of Arsenal by joining Real Madrid. It's claimed that José Mourinho himself has approved the signing of Zubimendi. The Spanish midfielder is seen as the ideal dictator in the middle of the park for Mourinho's Madrid. Of course, Arsenal would be looking for big money to sell Zubimendi if indeed they want to at all. He was identified as the missing piece in the jigsaw by Mikel Arteta last season, but Arteta has said similar about Bruno Guimaraes this summer as well, with more incomings expected before the end of the month and Arsenal well stocked in midfield. A big offer could well tempt the club into doing business. As for the lure of Mourinho, that is something Zubimendi might not be able to resist either. Mourinho personally approving the Zubimendi move. Does losing him actually hurt us with Guimaraes and Lewis-Skelly now in the mix? Or is this a sale we should welcome? What's your take? While Zubimendi could leave, Arsenal are still hunting for defenders. Gooners, Arsenal's quest to sign a new defender is going on and on, with yet another new name now linked. The Gunners are seemingly determined to add a new defender to the squad this summer, with a number of names linked with a move to the Emirates. Jarell Quansah was the latest name to be thrown in yesterday, while interest in Aston Villa's Ezri Konsa is well known. However, according to Fabrizio Romano, here's what's really happening, and this is absolutely critical. Listen to what Romano revealed on his YouTube show. Arsenal are still looking for a centre-back. They made some calls for Marc Pubel over this week, but the player is not for sale. Atletico Madrid have no intention to sell, so it's a non-story at this stage. In the last 24 hours, Jarell Quansah emerged as a new option. From what I understand, Arsenal made contact with Bayer Leverkusen in recent hours. The answer from Leverkusen was they do not want to sell the player, so they rejected the approach. Romano continued, "The other name to keep in mind for Arsenal remains Ezri Konsa. He is very appreciated. Arsenal are considering the player. They have had the player on their shortlist for some time." Pubel was a member of the Spain squad this summer that dominated at the World Cup and went all the way. Like Konsa and Quansah, Pubel can play both centre-back and full-back if needed. For now, as Romano says, it seems a non-starter, but it is yet more evidence of Arsenal being determined to sign a defender. The Gunners are also keen on FC Como star Jacobo Ramon. Rejected by Leverkusen and Pubel, not for sale. Are we casting the net too wide here, or is this just smart business testing every avenue before committing? Let me know your thoughts. Now, Arsenal have made an actual concrete move for a right-back. Gooners, Arsenal's quest to find a new right-back is continuing on, and they've now turned their attentions to the Turkish league. The Gunners are desperate to bring in a new defender, with someone who plays right-back of particular interest to Mikel Arteta. A host of names have been linked already. English duo Jarell Quansah and Ezri Konsa are both admired, while Jacobo Ramon of FC Como is also a player of interest. Now another name has been added to the list. Here's what's happening with the Wilfried Singo move, and this is absolutely critical. Andrea Berta is clearly spinning a lot of plates right now when it comes to landing a new defender. Reports are claiming the Gunners have made a move to try and bring in Ivorian defender Wilfried Singo. It's reported that Arsenal have made a move on loan for Singo. with the idea of a £5 million payment being made for the short-term deal and a further £35 million being paid down the line. However, this bid is thought to have been rebuffed by Galatasaray. The Turkish club are instead seeking around £40 million in permanent money. Singo has long been on the radar of English clubs, most notably Tottenham. Indeed, it was only a few seasons back that Spurs made a serious play for Singo while at Torino. The approach to Galatasaray is an interesting one, with Arsenal already in communication with them regarding Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli does not want to go. But with Singo on the Gunners' radar, Andrea Berta may try and push things. Singo would come in as a more natural right-back than the other potential signings. A £5 million loan with £35 million to follow, rejected by Galatasaray. Should we just meet their £40 million asking price now or keep negotiating? What do you reckon? Finally, let's talk about a transfer link that makes absolutely no sense. Gunners Arsenal's transfers in recent years have, in the main, been spot on, but there are also certain signings and links that make no sense. Andrea Berta and the ownership have done a good job in the last few windows of plugging the gaps Mikel Arteta wants. Indeed, while this summer has been relatively quiet, the signing of Bruno Guimaraes is key, while Ilan Meslier adds strength in depth in goal. However, while we all know a new forward and right-back are wanted, Arsenal's latest link to yet another midfielder makes no sense. Here's why this Jack Hinshelwood link is so puzzling, and this is absolutely critical. Overnight reports from The Sun are claiming that Arsenal are one of the big teams leading a race to sign Brighton midfielder Jack Hinshelwood. Hinshelwood, 21, has nailed down a starting place in Fabian Hürzeler's team and produced good enough form to catch the attention of the Gunners. However, at a price of around £51 million, and with Arsenal having their own production line, this link makes little sense. There are a few reasons too. Firstly, Hinshelwood isn't getting into Arsenal's first 11. He just isn't at the level of Rice, Odegaard and Guimaraes, or even Zubimendi, and would spend plenty of time on the bench. More importantly, signing another midfielder would only hinder Ethan Nwaneri's pathway even further at a time when he needs minutes and clarity over his role. £51 million for a player who wouldn't even start? Does this Hinshelwood link make any sense to you, or is this just paper talk we should ignore? Drop your opinions below. That's it for today, Gunners. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and hit subscribe for Arsenal news every single day. And drop a comment letting me know, where are you watching from? London, Nigeria, USA? Let's see how global this Arsenal family is. Come on, you Gunners.